Hey, episode 52 of the Wrestling's podcast. Unfortunately, Versi, Sam, and Laps couldn't make it today, but we're joined by two special guests. I can't even call them but what can I even call these guys, man?
You know them ones where someone's come to your house so many times they don't even take off their shoes. They don't ask for drink. They just
go straight to the fridge.
This is these man now.
Trust me, fam.
We homies now.
Exactly.
Trust me, fam. Is that the beverage that you went to go and get? What beverage is that, bro?
That's from the.
You need to shake the bottom. I can't. I need to shake the bottom, bro. You need to shake the bottom. all the sugars in the.
Was that Robinson's?
Yeah, but I put like an iced tea powder in it as well.
Powder. Okay, that's gonna slap still.
Okay. Yeah, like lemon iced tea as well, so it's quite sweet.
I hear that.
That's jokes. But yeah, episode 52 of the Wrestling Podcast. How you guys feeling, man? What you guys saying? How's your week been?
Rumble week, innit?
Yep.
Rumble week.
Excited.
I feel like the majority of the podcast is going to be probably dedicated to it. After seeing what happened on Raw with Goldberg coming in and flipping these man off the. I don't even know what they're trying to do, bro. Are these not trying to? Do you know what? I would prefer that if they had. Actually, let's do the intros first. What we saying, man? Go up, take it away.
When I say go up, you say daddy. Go up.
No.
Daddy.
Stop. No, don't respond. What kind of intro is that, bro?
When I say go up, you say daddy. Go up.
Daddy.
Go up.
Daddy.
It's the strong star rating, leg drop hating, big back rubbing Chris Jericho loving, son of a gun. It's your boy Doughboy, aka some mark named Go Up Daddy, aka a cargo enthusiast, a cargo fan, cargo maniac, aka the black velvet to your red velvet, aka Saudi Lee. What's going on, people?
Yeah.
Come on.
I remembered it this time.
That's good, bro. I know you remember it. I knew when there was like the momentum, so I already knew, fam. Yeah, it's Anafi, aka the Foolish Professionals, aka the guy that loves Virgil. I'm sticking to my guns now. Aka I and she condemn, man. Go get your tops right now. Aka former proposed predicted winner of whose song is it? But FRC, innit?
Man got pipped at the post.
FRC is all love, but I can't. I'll come for your next season, fam. I know. Pause. Pause. Hey, go on, Max.
Hey, yo.
Man.
Yo.
Hey, your connection is late, bro.
Nah, he was just frozen there for a time.
Frozen.
He saw you, was like, fuck it.
Bro, that's joke.
Bro. What's up, people? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac, if you will.
I feel like I'm on YouTube, fam.
I am back on the WRESTHINGS podcast.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey,
I feel like I'm on this channel, fam.
Hey, you're not the internet champ no more. You need to remember that.
Yeah, no. New intro, innit?
Go hit me.
Go.
Yeah. Back again. Me inside. Might see me on my BMX bike. JME and our DDT guys.
I came to do cypher.
Trust me, fam. That's jokes, man. As Gop said, I'm jumping thing, man.
English, bro.
As Gop said, Royal Rumble week. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to look forward to. It's only right that we start off with Dre's tweet today. So Dre tweeted earlier on, it was like a video of someone sleeping and they woke up from a bad dream. And it was like, and the new champion the new WWE champion is Goldberg. Well, he didn't finish it off. So guys, just talk about it. Is it looking likely still?
Yes.
Fortunately. No WWE.
Unfortunately, I don't want it to happen, but I mean, let's be real. They're not going to bring Goldberg back for no reason. They're not going to bring him back for no reason. But so
I feel like, do you know, I'm 50-50 at the moment because Drew said something, yeah. I was thinking to myself, we want this to happen, right? Because Drew said something like, "Oh, Goldberg's like the virus, like the coronavirus, and I'm here to defeat it." So obviously, if he's here to come and defeat coronavirus, once coronavirus comes in, I'm sure that didn't coronavirus win?
Yeah, didn't he say something like he's dedicating the match to COVID victims?
It's COVID, yeah, to all people that lost.
So if he loses, then what happens?
Exactly, COVID has won.
Coming like flipping. Where's Johnson, fam? We did everything we can.
Stay home, go to school, stay home, work, stay home. Stay home.
Well, he did say he's dedicating the match. He never said he's dedicating the victory.
Oh, the match, okay, cool.
That is something to take into consideration. I think that
he has to win then.
You want him to win, and it makes sense for him to retain, really. But Goldberg, yeah, he's going to WrestleMania one way or the other. You know, this ain't the last we're seeing him this year. So it's whether it is, you know, his thing is, is he going as champion or is he not? Now, I don't want him to be champion. I don't think he needs to be. I don't mind Goldberg in WWE. I just don't think he needs to be champion. He can just have one-off, you know, spectacle kind of matches with whomsoever. But yeah, with this TV deal, which I'm sure we'll probably chat about, I just think they're just rolling out the carpet for anyone big that has any kind of name value to just come and disrupt things and give them a boost into this new deal that they have.
So obviously talking about the TV, we're going to go back to Goldberg and Drew in a bit. Talking about the whole new TV deal, do you feel like a lot of people that were promised, like not promised, but like looked like was going to get opportunities, do you feel like it's all going to go down the drain now? Obviously, we had a moment last year where we had Kofi Kingston and Brock Lesnar. Kofi Kingston lost his title as soon as Fox still happened. Do you think that we're going to get something like that this year?
Someone's going to get stepped on. Someone's push is going to get halted. Don't know who it is yet, but definitely someone's push is going to be stopped for a part-timer in some way capacity, just to help with ratings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I agree.
But yeah,
I don't know who,
yeah,
but
that's the problem.
I mean, we've seen the past year like a lot of people coming up with pushing start and stop pushes, so the possibilities are endless of who it could potentially be. At this moment in time, I couldn't even tell you, because WWE is just like one massive cesspool of unpredictability. Like, you never know what is going to happen. So, I mean, they definitely, especially with the whole Peacock deal as well, they definitely want to have some sort of leverage and make sure that, you know what, they've got all of their options open in terms of like who they could potentially bring in. So it's a matter of who and when.
I think with sorry, go on, Jamie.
Well, no, I was just saying, potentially, do you see that maybe Goldberg winning the title off Drew, or for example, holding it to WrestleMania, then losing at WrestleMania, and then cutting like at WrestleMania?
That's it. That's the regular 3-month stint.
Do you know what it is? Do you feel like WWE don't WWE understand that that's damaging? That damages a lot of stuff, or they don't care? Do you feel like they don't care?
They don't care, bro.
They don't care because the reason WWE don't care, because this might be mad to say, but I feel like Vince, in terms of like his ideas, 95% of them have been shit. 95% of his ideas in general, like the last how many years, have been shit. But he always has that one diamond in the rough that's able to just come in and it ends up sticking. So I don't think he cares. I don't think any of them care, because at the end of the day, us as the deluded fans as we are, we're still going to watch the product. We're still going to lap it up, and then we're still going to be highlighting it every week and still do, like, so I don't necessarily think they care, because regardless, they're going to be making their money. They're going to be getting money somewhere.
Their money has been made already. The minute they enter a Fox contract or a USA contract, their money's been made. And that's probably the issue. They don't really have anyone to answer to. Like, okay, their viewership might go down to 1.6 and everyone starts panicking, like whatever that means. But it's like, USA aren't going to cut them off TV. Completely. You see what I mean? They might not renew their deal in 3 years' time, so we're still going to get another 3 years worth of WWE, nonsense before they decide to buck up their ideas right at the end of the deal, and then probably gets renewed. So they need an Olga to answer to.
Yeah, and the thing with WWE at the moment as well is, like, I was even realizing today that WWE's leverage in general is so mad. Like, let's say, for example, like Mex said, like in 3 years' time, their contract might not get renewed at Fox or whatever, but because of their history, their catalog in general is so massive and it's worth billions. They can more or less do whatever they want, because even if in the next 3 years their content is shit, anybody would still want to be able to get involved with them, because the previous 40, 30 years has amazing content. So it's crazy, man.
That's what they're doing with their network. In America, they've sold it to Peacock or NBC. Yeah. And they got way more subscribers than WWE Network. So automatically, there's like bigger reach to people to like the WWE content. Yeah. And they're making peas off it as well. They're making bare money off it, off that deal. And from the network, they weren't making as much money from before they made this deal. So they always have bread.
So obviously we caught up with some of the American followers or friends or people that we speak to and stuff on Clubhouse, and they were also discussing about the deal as well. And from what it looks like it's a win-win. Like apparently, like once Peacock take over, all the accounts will be transferred, and after everything will just be blessed. So I don't know. I feel like for them it's like it seems calm, but I feel like when it comes to us now, they might be having stuff on Peacock that we might not even get here. Do you get what I mean? So if there's like a special, like a documentary special that's on Peacock, I don't know. We just have to wait and see, innit?
They said for UK, well, us and the rest of the world, they're gonna keep WWE Network for now, and then they plan to work something out. Maybe they will do a similar deal with someone like BT Sport, or something like that. But
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
please don't. I beg, WWE, don't go to BT Sport app. BT Sport app is trash. Please don't. They've only got one stick feature on there, which doesn't work for WWE at the moment, but I feel like they should implement it. It's like basically, do you know how we do like Zoom live streams, watch alongs? Yeah, you can do the watch along on the app, so you have all your friends on the sides of the screen, yeah, and the match is in the middle, and you can watch it like that. So that's the only thing I felt them for, but everything else is just dead. Like there's been times where I've watched a whole 40 minutes of Raw, yeah, and I've gone back to start again. I have to find the minute mark. It doesn't pick up.
It's not like WWE Network where it has all of the markers for each match.
No, it doesn't have that, bro. It's just straight there, bro. Like, and it's like you have to find it sometimes. It's just bare long, fam. But yeah, it's nuts, man. But yeah, it seems good for WWE.
WWE will forever chop, like forever chop. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and you deep how much money they've made and all of these moves that they're making, and then yet they still went to go and cut wrestlers. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, looking back, it was beneficial for majority of these wrestlers.
Yeah.
But then you're cutting these people to cut costs, but it's like you still made more money than ever during the pandemic because one, you weren't traveling, so you had this one mainstay place that you were going, so you're more or less making profit.
Yeah.
But I mean,
at that time, what was it? April or so, May last year, they reported they had 500 million in cash. This ain't assets or anything like that or net worth. This is cash
in the safe.
500 million in the vault, bro. It's absolutely insane. Plus, then you start adding the assets on top. Performance center and all this kind of stuff that they own as well. They're rich for life, man.
Fam, generational wealth, fam.
Yeah. Trust me,
it's sweet. Actually brazy, man. Absolutely brazy.
Trust me,
but absolutely brazy.
Go on.
No, I was going to ask a question because I feel like so the Indian Superstar spectacle was yesterday. How did everyone find that?
Did you not watch it?
I watched a bit of it.
I thought it was alright. From what I saw, obviously I saw highlights of the Drew match, innit? I thought it was alright.
For me, it was good to see Jinder back. It was good to see Jinder and Drew in the ring together.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think I enjoyed seeing Finn Balor in the Thunderdome because we ain't seen that yet because obviously he's been on NXT.
Yeah.
Charlotte looked good wearing the Indian colors in her costume thing. To be honest, I think that was about it. In terms of wrestling, it weren't really there.
It was meaty, man. Yeah,
the level's not there yet.
Talk about that. Did you see the match with AJ Styles and the other guy? I can't remember.
I think that was the best match, but then it's with AJ Styles, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think that was the actual best wrestling match.
Was Mansoor there?
Nah, he went, bro.
Wait, what?
You had to pay him with the same price.
Is he from Dubai or
UAE?
Yeah, one of the
Man, so NXT, these NXT specials, they normally use these NXT fringe talent. Like,
massive.
Hey, Mansoor's sick though.
Mansoor's sick, yeah.
He's good.
Mansoor's sick.
Yeah. He's
okay. Okay, in touching on the Indian superstar spectacle, it was an exhibition. It was shit, but it had me thinking. Okay, cool. Now that Jinder Mahal is back, it looks like because even when he returned last year before he got injured, it seemed like they wanted to give him a steady push. They wanted to, but obviously it looks like he's probably going to get back in that position of getting a push again. So the question I wanted to pose to you, man, is are there any dark horses that you think we haven't like even in the clubhouse room that we didn't really speak about, who you think they might not win, but they're definitely going to be a factor, or they're going to definitely have a showing
in the Rumble?
I feel like in the Rumble, yeah. I feel like Jinder might be one of those people. Are there any other wrestlers that we haven't discussed? Because I feel like even in the clubhouse room as well, I feel people were like predicting the winners and stuff, but we weren't really thinking about, oh, this person may return and do something well. So are there any ideas?
Iron Man? They might be the Iron Man of the Rumble, like being for the longest time. Or
return. Who's gone?
Eliminations or something.
I think Iron Man will definitely belong to either Cesaro or Shinsuke this year. Yeah. I think that's why they're building them up, just to throw a bit of a curveball, but that's what they're going to give them. Can't see them winning.
Brian.
No NXT guys have declared themselves in the Rumble.
No, they never really do. They just turn up. Yeah.
Cool. If that's the case, then what's this guy called? What's the brother that he's part of the he's like in the clique and he used to wear masks. He takes it off. Is it Escobar?
Oh, Santos Escobar.
Yeah,
Santos Escobar.
I think he might come with Mazzoline, but yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking Andrade might
He'll
come
be brilliant
back.
in the Rumble.
Andrade.
I was thinking Andrade might come back. I feel like
That's a good shout.
Andrade, he's been missing for time. I know. I think he had surgery or something. So I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Andrade would definitely be a shout.
Andrade's a shout.
Even Aleister Black. Only God knows where he is.
They need to put Aleister Black back and give him something to do.
Yeah.
Because there's no fans this year. Like, I don't think there's going to be any like real like oh my god surprises. Like the surprises will probably come from like within the roster. So guys are injured.
Yeah.
Or like
I'll tell you what's going to piss me off.
From NXT maybe.
I just pray.
That's true.
Not that. Okay, cool. Hopefully WWE put it off properly in it. I pray that there's going to be no segments in this Royal Rumble where anything's cinematic. For example, the Fiend comes in and he sets Randy Orton's head on fire or something stupid.
Something like that is 100%.
No, yeah, no.
Bro.
Listen. We're going to get a full theatre production. This is going to be a Wizard of Oz with certain aspects. I swear to you, because fam, why would they not? They're going to use it as a whole advantage. Like, you know what? Because Royal Rumble's one of their 4 big pay-per-views. So if they're going to do something cinematic at WrestleMania, why not do it at Royal Rumble? We're going to get some action cuts. We're going to get some bird's eye view cuts. We might get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not going to exactly like it, but I mean...
Let it not be in the Rumble match. Let it be.
It probably will be, bro. They will probably record the Royal Rumble on Saturday night before the actual live show, so they record it in installments and stuff. Like, bruv, I was thinking we may even see, like, if they wanted to do something as far as the three faces of Foley, but with like Bray Wyatt. We see the Fiend. We see old school Bray. Like, there's nothing stopping them from doing anything like that. There's nothing stopping them from, I don't know, at some point, the Fiend comes out of somewhere, drags Randy Orton somewhere, combusts into flames, they disappear. Like, anything could happen right now. This is a Nollywood production waiting to happen.
Fam, honestly, bro. Honestly.
They should film
go on.
I was going to say, they should film the whole Royal Rumble on 8K then. But blow the budget. Use all the 8K cameras, fam.
I was going to say that I think sometimes as fans, it's easy to say that, you know what, let's hope they don't do certain things because there's no fans, but there's no telling when fans are going to come back. More time than none, it's better that they just do things and they're going to get the reaction online if it's warranted anyway. So, of course, it's going to be great that they want the crowd cheers and whatnot, but we've got the technology to add as much crowd sounds as they want. Like when I was watching the Superstar Spectacle, and I was really, and when the New Day came out, and then they had the crowd do New Day. I was like, wait, what?
I clocked that as well.
Fam, bear in mind, I haven't watched SmackDown for time, so I'm like, wait, what? They even have the crowd like can noise for that. So, fam, if they wanted to, they can have you can't see, like they can do whatever they want. They've got all the recordings, they've got all the archive. So, fam, if we get Nollywood this year,
it's about a matter of time we start getting hologram wrestling, bro.
Fam. These guys, if Undertaker comes, he's driving from the boneyard all the way to the Royal Rumble.
Oh, fam. Hey, do you want to know about WWE? Do you know, like, it's mad because I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's every single TV production, like, film, wrestling production, is that they film, all the audio streams are different, innit? So there's commentary audio and there's match audio and there's other audio. Because what I realized when I was watching Smoky Mountain yesterday, don't ask me why, I was watching Smoky Mountain and Chris Jericho was a star in Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Yeah.
Bro, he was all over the
When
place,
he was
bro.
young, yeah.
Yeah. I was watching Smoky Mountain Wrestling after New Jack's song was not New Jack's song. It was something else. It was basically...
They inserted it in on a different track.
So for that... And the commentary was still running, so I just think to myself, fam, did they basically strip the audio, then put like, I don't know, that pull it out and put it in. But if that's the case, that's sick, that's smart, man, because they've got everything, like everything's on there, it's pretty much different. Yeah. I'm sure Stone Cold's old theme song, like when he comes out as part of is it called Hollywood Blondes?
Yeah.
I bet it's Shattered Glass, bro. You know what I mean, fam? Do you know Stone Cold's and then man's coming out to that looking for the Hollywood Blondes, fam. So yeah, it's nuts, man. Technology's nuts. Cool. Back to Goldberg and Drew. Obviously, Goldberg and Drew came out in the ring. I wasn't expecting anything. Miz and John Morrison was there, and something came to my head. I feel like, cool, that should be the match we should have. It should be a tag team match. Forget the title being on the line. It should be Miz and John Morrison versus Goldberg and Drew. They squashed their beef, and they're like, cool, let's do it. On my line.
It's probably a waste of Drew, if anyone, but yeah, I would prefer that.
Anything to keep the title in a minute.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They should have done that instead. But like, because let's deep it. Yeah, to what? There's gonna be this match. Yeah, like Drew and Goldberg, and midway through the match, Miz gonna run through and catching the title. You guys feel that's snapping?
I think they want to. Yeah, go on, Mix.
I was gonna say, I think Miz cashes in, and he's the one that gets pinned. For Goldberg, so that Drew is left still looking strong somewhat, but Goldberg pins someone to win the title.
Yeah, no, I was literally gonna say that I think what they like, even with inserting Miz into this rivalry, I think they want to more or less kind of safeguard Drew and get rid of this Money in the Bank title, because Money in the Bank briefcase, because at the moment, like, it's been entertaining to see them, but at this moment in time it's redundant, and we're gonna get Money in the Banks in a few months, so it's better that, you know, it's been used and, you know, something controversial has happened, and then we can hope to the next one. But I mean, I'm tired of the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, same. I was on a quick question. Yeah, has there ever been a time where someone's had the Money in the Bank for a whole, for the whole year, then the next year there's still Money in the Bank, but the person's still got a briefcase? Has that happened?
You have 1 year, innit?
You have 1 year. Yeah, you've got 1 year to cash it in.
Yeah.
Oh, it's never expired before.
Yeah, it's never expired.
But then again, if we to make sense out of it, he basically didn't have it for a year, because Otis pretty much had it for half of the year. So he's still got another year to go, half a year to go. So they might not even do Money in the Bank for his thing. Or you know what I mean? Or they might put his briefcase. I get it. He might put his briefcase on the line and say, cool, because you haven't cashed in yet and you still got like 6 months to go, we're going to put your briefcase on top and you have to, retain it again.
I guess so, but I think the contract inside the briefcase is active for the next till the next date of the Money in the Bank. Okay, yeah, so I think that's how it works.
Cool. Wow. Anything else happened? What did you say?
No, I was going to say, I mean, even if he was to keep it for the next God knows how long, till I don't know what would they actually do, because I don't know, like, besides Goldberg, I don't know who else could beat Drew, but then I wouldn't see Miz beating Drew either.
I don't think it's a case of beating. I think it's a case of just him being scummy. So, for example, say if he comes in the ring and before they cash in the title, they hit someone with they hit Drew with a steel chair, and they completely like finish him with the steel chair, sledgehammer. Then after they cash in the title and they pin him.
That's a sledgehammer.
I mean, get the sledgehammer as well from that sledgehammer does damage. You know, they cover the they cover the actual metal from.
That's cool.
Yeah, nuts, man. I watched. Only thing that last thing I saw on Raw was Shelton Benjamin coming out the face mask.
Well, lad.
Do you think he got in trouble for that?
I think he probably just got laughed at.
Yeah, he probably forgot.
But my thing is,
no one told him.
Don't they go through gorilla position? Don't they go through there and after he has to position? Then no one
They clearly all just watched him do it and thought, let's see how long this will last. Like,
that's bad. That's bad. Though. But it's good to see though, because that means that it goes to show that them not are still, being safe behind.
You know
what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%.
That's hilarious, man.
What's everyone saying for Paul Pierce? Adam Pearce versus Paul Heyman.
Is that happening at Royal Rumble now?
No, I don't think it's happening at Royal Rumble.
It was supposed to happen on SmackDown, but Paul Heyman wormed his way out of it. But you know what? I will say, I was actually looking forward to Roman Reigns and Adam Pearce.
I was waiting for that.
I was fully looking forward to that. I knew it was never going to happen. I thought what happened in the end, what happened last week was going to happen, that Kevin Owens would come back and feel, but I thought we were still going to get at least Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns on SmackDown or something like. But yeah.
That would have been a sick match, man. And I don't understand why Adam Pearce is like moving bare. Like, he doesn't want to hurt Roman, fam. Like, I know Adam Pearce can do damage to Roman, you know, after watching some of his matches on Ring of Honor and stuff. Like, I feel like I don't know, maybe he's just trying to fit his the role he's playing in it. But fam, he needs to let loose one day, fam.
Yeah, I think that would be a good. Like, I get what you're saying. I think he's just trying to stick to the role that he's having. I think it will be a good story though to say that, you know what, the reason I'm like this, like, I don't want to go back to my past. Like, I know the kind of stuff that I've done before, and if I go to this place where I was before, there's no telling what happens if I go there. So, I mean, I think it'll be a good thing to kind of play with. Yeah. But you know how WWE is, man. Like, I mean, for me, when they did bring back Kevin Owens, I knew it was going to happen, but for me, it was a good swerve because there was some sort of like, oh, is he actually going to fight Roman? And, you know, but.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I agree, man. It would have been nice to see him do something, bro. So my thing just glitched for a second. I don't know what happened there. Cool. What else happened on Raw that was quite interesting? Anything else happen?
No idea.
Raw.
Nothing much, is it?
Nothing
really memorable, man.
I saw bare people saying that the highlight was it ending. That's it.
Happened in the end.
Oh, Randy Orton. I don't know if it happened at the end, but Randy Orton RKO'd Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, that was right at the end.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that little bit.
But Randy Orton should keep on the mask, fam. Is it me?
I thought he would have kept on the mask till at least Royal Rumble.
You know?
You said the mask is cold.
Yeah, as in, imagine him wearing topless, the mask and jogging pants. Fam, that's a sick comment.
The aesthetic. I see what you mean with the aesthetic, but like he couldn't have worn it. He couldn't have worn it for too long, but it looked decent. But
that's some pervert.
No, bro. Off context. Have you watched Night Stalk on Netflix?
No, it was good,
bro. Don't watch it at night.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a crime documentary fiend, but I watched that one and I was scared. I don't even camp. I've never watched. I've never actually watched a documentary. Looked at someone's picture and thought,
"I'm scared of
this. I'm actually scared of this guy."
Is it based on a true story?
Yeah,
definitely true. Yeah, bro. Man was climbing his people's.
That's how they get me when they say it's based on a true story.
And you know what's mad? Yeah? I think there was one part is like that stuck with me in it. Like that stuck with me on the day when I watched it because I watched that finished watching that at 1 a.m. And after, in the end, when he busts, okay, can I even spoil it? It's even a spoiler. You don't want to watch it?
Don't spoil it. I'll watch it.
Okay, cool. Let me.
I might not even watch it.
There's one part at the end there that stuck with me and fam, mate. I can't lie. I shot myself, fam. You know what I'm talking about, innit, Derek?
Which one?
Yeah, and he said that. No, that part stuck with me, fam. I was like, oh my days, this guy is demonic, fam. I said, God forbid, bare times. I said, God forbid. Nah, it's nuts, man. I haven't watched MLW this week. I can't give you guys no update. So
MLW was alright. Jacob Fatu versus ACH was a good match.
Yeah, that was.
I'm guessing Jacob Fatu still got the title, right?
Yeah, of course. Okay. There was Jordan Oliver versus Simon Gotch. That was a decent match.
Okay.
Davari and some guy, I can't remember, some black guy with a luchador mask. It was a decent match. MLW was alright. It was nothing. 1 hour, 3 matches.
Has anything popped up for Tom Lawler? Because I know he won the what do you call it, the
Opera Cup.
Nothing's not coming.
Nothing really. He spoke about his Filthy Island or whatever, and him and his team Filthy, they attacked ACH a few days ago, so they spoke about that, and then there was nothing really. MLW's MLW, innit? So.
Okay.
At this point, like in terms of promotions in North America, would you say MLW surpassed Ring of Honor?
Nah.
Why not?
I would say in terms of, are you talking in terms of like the wrestling itself, or
just like notoriety in general?
Notoriety.
It's Ring of Honor slightly.
I wouldn't say so. I feel like Ring of Honor is still seen as one of the upper echelon in terms of the indies. I feel like MLW has started to get up there a little bit. I think the reason why people love MLW so much because it's short and it's very like sports centric. Like it has that very like sport feel. Like if you look at it, and it's the access to it as well. You can just easily go on YouTube and watch it. Yeah. Whereas with Ring of Honor, when like the Elite left, all of them and SU left, it kind of had its decline. Even though the wrestling was still good, but the interest in it completely tanked. And I feel for me, the only reason I really started getting back into it was because of the Pure Championship.
Yeah, Jonathan.
And then once the Pure Championship the tournament started, I was like, oh shit. This is sick. So I think this year should be a decent year for them. It's just they're just riddled with how much backstage politics. So you get to see what happens. But that's true. But AEW, did you guys watch AEW last week?
Yeah, briefly. Only thing I can remember offhand was what's it? The cake thing that happened when what's this guy called, man? They put his face in the cake. They put his face in the cake.
Oh, Lufa.
They put Lufa's face in the cake. That's something I remember. Don't really remember anything else.
The Inner Circle had the triple threat tag team match to see who would be like the official tag team of Inner Circle. And Jericho and MJF won. So they're still sleeping on Santana and Ortiz, which was annoying to see.
I think it was obvious that thing we're going to win anyways.
Slightly, yeah, but I think I was just being hopeful that we would see these guys actually do something this year.
Oh, man. But I think, like, for the last few weeks, I think I've been liking the angle of, like, Inner Circle kind of just all wrestling each other. It's kind of adding to the gag of the Inner Circle. Like, they're trying to prove that they're the best faction, but the only way they're doing it right now is by fighting each other. So, I mean, it's a gag in itself, but, I mean, it's been entertaining to watch. I'm just more interested now to see, okay, cool, as much as I like the Inner Circle, what is going to come of it? Because, I mean, it's clear to see that Sammy Guevara he's becoming above it now. He's tired.
Yeah, he's tired.
He wants his respect. So,
I think I saw somewhere that Sammy Guevara's got a long-term injury.
Oh, for real?
What do you mean?
Yeah. As in, like, he's injured himself. I don't know if he'd done something to his foot or something like that. Sure. I didn't finish. I saw like a headline, so let me disclaimer just in case it's not that. But I think Sammy Guevara's got a long-term injury that might keep him off TV for a bit.
That's nuts, man. I didn't even know that.
Hangman Page had a match with someone else, remember?
Oh yeah, he had a match with
Dark Order.
Yeah, Dark Order.
Is that when he said no? He said yes or no?
Yeah, they're going to ask him if he was going to be part of the Dark Order.
What was it? He said yes.
They got overzealous and started celebrating. He said, I can't.
He said no,
jokes, man. I'm loving that.
Had bare banners of he said yes and all that shit.
Yeah.
He loves them.
John Silver's really, I feel like he's going to go far in this, man.
He's a shining star, man.
He's going to go far in this. Like,
100%. I like the fact that Dark Order are like so likable.
Yeah.
It's like, if you see like the way it was when they first came in, it was a lot of who the fuck are these guys?
Uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainty.
Who the fuck are these guys? To now, it's almost like a cult following at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Being the Elite done them wonders.
Yeah.
Literally done them wonders and getting their characters over.
Yeah.
And that's what's annoying. Like, if you don't watch Being the Elite, you wouldn't understand certain things that happen. So I think someone explained that to me. I think it was NK that said that. We had him on a podcast one day. And I was like, bro, I don't understand this Dark Order shit. I don't understand what is happening, bro. And he goes, bro, watch Being an Elite and you understand. So I watched it and I was like, okay, cool. This is the reason why they're acting like this and that's the reason I understand that. Even when you told me about the whole thing of, when he poured the oil on top of the turnbuckle.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Seidel.
Nakazawa, Matt Seidel,
he slipped off. Like, I didn't understand until obviously I watched it, but I knew that was a botch anyway.
Yeah, no, it was a botch.
It was a good way to cover it up. It was a smart way to cover it up. Yeah, the day I realized that you have to watch Being the Elite was, I think, when Brody Lee was about, he brought out one day they all came out on lawnmowers or something like that on stage, and I was thinking, what the hell is this about?
Yeah.
And then I clocked I can't remember if I think he won something on being the elite, and they all got paid out in lawnmowers and vouchers or something So it comes part and parcel, but they've got other little stuff that help. Like they've got some show I think called Road to Dynamite.
Oh yeah,
Road sick. Which has promos. Yeah, I've heard good stuff about it, but AEW. But I haven't seen any one of them.
I mean, is that on their YouTube page?
On their YouTube,
They didn't put every pay-per-view and like any like major
special events,
special event, road to this, road to that. Even before it started, there was like road to AEW, like before it even started, they're doing road to series.
How's it filmed?
What it seems to do is it puts like if we translate this as WWE, that's where we start seeing like 20-minute promos during the show. But because they've done this Road to Dynamite, they've done like some of the promo work there. They've really kind of sold the matches and stuff there. So then that's why they can pack like more matches into Dynamite, so to speak.
Okay. I definitely need to, I need to get back on watching and being the elite, man. The last one I watched was, I think I said this last week, man, was the Brody Lee one, man. And that was sad, man.
The tribute one.
Yeah, that was sad still. Cool. Kenny Omega update. What's happening there? Is he, the belt collector things that slow down a bit? How are you guys feeling? Like, what's the deal?
Go on, Mix. I know you want to say something.
I just feel like I'm still invested. I absolutely. I've always loved Carl Anderson, like since New Japan. So I'm absolutely invested. Luke Gallows just makes me laugh every time I see him. Like I'm fully invested every time I see these men together. But I'm just not really sure anymore because we all thought the belt collector thing's happening. Like. Obviously, that they might still turn up on Impact and that. Were they on Impact last night? Does anyone know?
No.
Yeah, so I'm just a bit unclear. But I definitely think one thing I clocked in the last week, Don Callis's glasses are like rose-colored, right?
I haven't checked. I didn't even put it.
He wears like these rose-colored glasses, and I know there's a phrase of like people seeing things through rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah.
That's as far as I've got in terms of conspiracies. I'm yet to work out what this all means, but he's definitely wearing those glasses, and that's going to play into something, I think. But,
That's not even pre like that, you know? Long-term stuff.
You know what? They're so smart. They're so smart with their stories. That's why I'm now over-analyzing everything, because it's like, all of a sudden, I'm clocking. I clocked it when he got beaten up by Young Bucks last week or so. I'm thinking, why is this guy wearing like red glasses? Then I clock, hold on, they're rose glasses, like rose tinted glasses. So it's got to be something. But
AEW don't do stuff for no reason though.
100.
1,000%.
That's like an Easter egg, but you're right. There's a reason. You're linking everything's certain or for a reason. It's nothing's by accident with AEW.
Isn't the rose tinted idea like of someone being fake? Isn't that like someone's going to betray you or something? Like a slightly feel that coming.
So I think when people say he's like he or she saw something through rose tinted glasses, it's like maybe their ideal world sort of thing.
Okay.
Like let's say that I'm seeing a girl or something like that. And it's like the girl might be throwing up bare red flags as to why I shouldn't be with this girl. But because I see her through rose tinted glasses,
you're not going to see it.
I'm not really seeing all the issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Didn't Don Callis lie to Omega about how he got the bruise on his face at first before he said it was the Young Bucks? Like, do you know what I mean? So like,
I think he denied. Yeah, he said it wasn't the Bucks or something like that, didn't he?
Being a bit fake, a bit shady. You know, that's
maybe.
That's nuts.
Yeah, no, I agree with Max. It's like I'm still invested in it, but it's kind of like, let's see something now, innit? Because it's all well and good, you know, turning up in Impact and, you know, being in your trailer and then attacking people, but then showing up on AEW. But at the same time, it's kind of like, where do we go from here now? So cool, you've had your match in Impact. So clearly, is there no like desire to like, I don't know, maybe we're just, as wrestling fans, we want things to just happen now and then. So maybe we want something to happen now, but in the same breath, it's like, okay, cool, you've done step one, you've won the title. You've done step two, you've turned up on Impact, and you've beat the world champion. So then now it's kind of like, okay, cool, what's the next plan that we want to set in motion? Because let's be real, like if we look at it this way, we're on this journey with you. Like we want to be able to see, you know, what is next. You know, you've got the AAA Mega World Championship, you've got the AEW Championship, you know, is the Impact title on your radar? Is there another company you want to now go to and take their title? Like, with like, I don't even want to compare him to Austin Aries, but with Austin Aries, when he was doing the belt collector stick, we kind of like, you know what, I'm going to collect every single title belt. No matter what show I go to, I'm winning their belt.
Clear,
and it was clear. So it's like, with there not being any type of clarity, for me, it's now, okay, cool. Maybe we got it wrong. Did he really want to now start collecting belts, or did he just turn up on Impact because his friend Don Callis said he can turn up there? So for me, I just think we need more clarity on that, what the mission is. But I'm still invested. Yeah, I'm still invested.
Just a quick question: did he even go by the name of belt collector? Did he say, "Oh, it was Don Callis the one that said it"? Like he said, did he even mention the belt collector word?
I think he said something along the lines of he wants belts or something like that. Okay. He didn't say belt collector, but he definitely said something along the lines of he wants to get belts or something like that.
Yeah. Because even I think I even spoke to you, Derek. I was like, bro, I feel like he's gonna do like an Element Games tour type thing. So, for example, you watch Ring of Honor, I will turn up a Ring of Honor of a suit. You see NXT, I will turn up at NXT. Do you get what I mean? I thought it'd be like an Element Games sort of thing. But
and the thing is, we're not mumus. Like we don't just spring this out of nowhere. Like we're obviously being given something, and we're only going to take from it. And it seems like majority of us thought the same thing. So I mean, it's clear that's probably the plan, but we want to kind of see things in motion, you know what I'm saying?
So, I think we probably see something relatively soon. Next week, I think it is. They've got that little TV special Beach Bash that they're doing. So he'd probably be on that in some capacity. And then obviously I think maybe 3-4 weeks after that is Revolution pay-per-view. So there's probably going to be something that might even get put in motion tonight. Who knows?
Yeah. Do you know, I feel like COVID also, let's factor that in. COVID has slowed down a lot of things. I feel like if COVID wasn't here, I'm sure he'd be in New Japan. I'm sure he'd come to like UK. I'm sure, do you know what I mean? I'm sure the belt collector thing will fully be like a thing, like a proper thing.
Yeah,
so.
UK still.
Say again?
They were meant to come UK last year for one of the pay-per-views.
Oh, sorry?
Because of COVID. Yeah, no, confirmed.
Was it Fire Fest? Was that meant to be in the UK?
I think they were meant to do something of that sort in the UK.
Oh, man.
It was either
it's not even Fighter Fest. I'm here calling it Fire Fest. Yeah, that's the one.
Nice, man. Cool. So obviously we brought back Ask Wrestlings this week. Has anything before we do Ask Wrestlings? Anything we've missed out this week? Can't really remember anything phenomenal, anything important. Sami Zayn was flipping jokes by the way on SmackDown.
Handcuffing himself to the
that was hilarious. Anything else we missed, bro?
I mean,
Undertaker.
Oh yeah, the Undertaker comments.
Yeah. Do you wanna, you got a breakdown?
No, I don't even got a breakdown. 1 second.
Cool. So obviously before Derek finds the breakdown, as you know, Undertaker went on the I was gonna call him Paul Rogan. Is it? Joe Rogan podcast, and he was just discussing his time in wrestling and all that sort of stuff, and just talking about where he's been and blah blah blah.
All for this guy, man.
He just discussed all of that in it, and after I think if he said a few comments about this the wrestlers in this day and age, and I don't feel like obviously we get it, but we don't get it. Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah.
Man, like Cargill Maniac.
So, obviously, I think Drew wasn't happy with it. Drew said he disagrees on what he said.
Yeah, a few people. So, he did say, he was comparing the locker rooms he's been in the past, the current WWE locker room. He says, you go into dressing room nowadays and it's a lot different. I remember walking into my first real dressing room and all I saw was some crusty fucking men. Half of them had guns and knives in their bags. Shit got handled back then. Now you walk in there, guys are playing video games and making sure they look pretty. It's evolution, I guess. I don't know where it is, but I just prefer those eras, man. I liked when men were men. Not gonna lie, that sounded a mad suspect. I'm not gonna lie to you. No, you won't ever catch me going into a room and saying, I liked when men were men, because man don't give a shit what men I like.
Yeah.
Me, I like women.
Do you know what it is? I get that because I feel like. Say again, bro.
I didn't even know you can say that sort of stuff in 2021.
Same. That's what. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like he's
proper on the line.
He's making his age show here, man. He's really like, honestly, I've never heard Undertaker speak like this before, and it's bare weird because I thought the stuff that he's saying and stuff like that will like one of these like old school wrestlers will say. Do you know what I mean? And with the knife thing as well, like that's a touchy subject, man. Obviously, let me not. Obviously, someone's died in the locker room by getting stabbed, right? A wrestler.
Yeah.
So, it's a bit mad. We can't be saying, "Oh, I like them days. I like the days when people come with knives." Why would we? What the hell?
Like I get it, but then in the same breath, like a lot of these men were taking steroids and
he did say that
doing cocaine. So I mean, would I rather be in a room where men are taking cocaine, or would I be in a room with people playing 2K? I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Cocaine. I don't do that shit.
I want to be safe, bro.
I was saying cocaine. Impossible, fam.
And I think it's like he missed out that bit because he thinks like, you know, having knives and guns equals to being a tough man or whatever the case is. Like, it's just a bit of a silly, petty comment. Like,
yeah.
And of course, the likes of Drew, Xavier Woods have come to the defense and said, you know, that's not the case and all of this kind of stuff. But it's like, that's the generation. Like, what is his kids into? And what was he into as a kid? You see what I mean? It's like, it's not comparable. Like, it's just a really silly thing to say. Like, you can have your preferences, but when you're using the fact that, oh yeah, these guys had knives and guns and that's what I prefer, you just now sound silly. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Role model.
And I feel like the generation you were from is very... there wasn't, like he said, there wasn't doctors at the back. There wasn't a lot of security checks. But now, bro, it's a workplace, bro. This is a place of work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? People have to abide by it. People have to take care and, you know, come in safe and stuff. Because
there's a lot of people in the back that, you know, weren't in the back in his early locker room days. He ain't got no one running around in the back doing backstage interviews, maybe doing social media posts and all of this kind of stuff. People arranging, you know, people's costumes and all of that kind of stuff.
Because
medics and stuff.
Cameras even like to go to the back. Even certain guests wanted to go to the back because some of the wrestlers wanted to keep kayfabe and wanted to like not show that side
mystique
of,
and stuff.
And stuff. Like Undertaker even said like he used to go around dressed in black and cover his face. Do you know what I mean? Because he didn't want to. Come on, like I don't know. I don't agree with that comment, man.
Like I get it, but at the same breath, it's kind of like get with the times, man. Back then, people wore mullets. Nobody wears mullets anymore. So, like things change for a reason. Like I'm sure he gets it. Like it's evolution, but I mean, for me, it's a bit wild to go and say I prefer men when they were men. Like, that's a bit. That's a bit pause, man.
It's silly, and you know what? I just think as well as everything we've said, I think it's a guy that hasn't done interviews in how many years, showing his ass pause in some respect because you know it's pretty much like he probably has some degree of media training, but now he's not the Undertaker. He doesn't have to speak like this, and he could just be himself. And he's never really had to be himself apart from the last 12 months. So he's gonna mess up with some things he's gonna say.
Bro, I just pray he doesn't mess up even to the point where he starts being like Hulk Hogan. I pray.
But I mean, to be fair, he wears like Blue Lives Matter t-shirts.
Yeah,
so he's close to being there.
He's very patriotic as well, man. He loves, like he said, he would have gone to the army and stuff. So yeah,
he loves the police as well. So he's not far from being racist. Like I love the Undertaker, but he's soon like fam. He's gonna fuck up one day. He's gonna say the word nigger.
I pray he doesn't,
and then he's gonna show his ass, and then we're gonna see if Sam's still standing him. The Undertaker, the Undertaker, the Undertaker. He's not gonna be saying it anymore. And if he does, then he's biased as fuck.
Yeah.
But I get where Undertaker's coming from. But in the same breath, it's like. I think with the Undertaker, I think the difficulty lies with him. Is like if we compare the things I feel like the last few weeks I've been bringing up Stone Cold, but because Stone Cold still kind of works in wrestling to a degree, he is actively trying to kind of understand it and watch it and whatnot. Whereas with Undertaker, he's still stuck in his old ways, and then it's like an old timer coming back to do one or two appearances and then going back and seeing it through from his old school lens. So I mean, I kind of get where he's coming from, but. Come on, man. BS.
No, do you know what it is? I'm just thinking about stuff. I'm thinking, what would he have thought? Did he feel the same way about Attitude Era when Attitude Era first kicked off? Did he feel like because I know he's not talking about Attitude Era. I definitely because man won't come into finger straps in Attitude Era.
No, it's not coming with coke.
they'll come. You know what I mean? It was a drug. It was drug pen.
I think with him, because around that period, he's coming up with people that have come up around the same time as him.
Yeah.
So even if they didn't start in WWE the same time as he did, they've obviously been in one other indie company or Congo Championship Wrestling. They've all come in and they've all got the same kind of mentality.
You said Congo Championship.
He just says it so normal, as if he's just something.
Congo Championship.
I'm saying they've all come from like a certain time period where they've all they've gained their experience similarly. You know what I'm saying? So maybe from the 92 to Attitude Era, it's a bit different. Obviously, he's seen people come and go, and there's people that probably haven't aligned to his kind of thinking. But it's like you have to realize again, like we keep saying, it's evolution. Things are always going to change. I'm sure by that time it got to like 2005, 2006. There were newer people coming in, and they were probably a bit different to how him and Triple H and those kind of people were. So, yeah,
I agree. Totally agree.
Like I get it, but at the same time, it's like I'm gonna keep saying it. It's wild for someone to come and say I liked when men were men. That is so mad.
What does that, fam?
What does that mean?
Yeah, he's gonna have to explain that.
What does that even mean?
Have to explain that soon, man.
These people, like I know maybe enough for yourself. I've been in like football changing rooms and stuff, and you're going for like a shower, right? And then you come and tie your towel around yourself. You go for a shower, and people are like, "Oh, why tie the towel? We've all got one.
You all got
like,
one, mate.
Hiding something." These are the kind of guys that will say something like,
look at it, what the fuck?
Men are men. You see what I mean?
Nasty
like,
guys, fam.
Just because you don't want to be out here free doing all of this kind of stuff, like you get condemned for it.
Bombs.
Like, yeah.
Do you know what's mad? A little story. Yeah, I remember the time obviously I told you my guys all like went pro and stuff, started playing semi-pro and that. And I remember I went to go play football with these lads, innit? And I'm like, yeah, bring your shower stuff off. We can shower after, we can go in it. So obviously I put my shower stuff here, and in the change room, everyone's backing off their towels and stuff. And I was like, wait, you man, relax. I didn't know
that's the culture. That is the culture.
And this time I'm young, I'm like, fam, I didn't know you man do this in change room. I thought you guys had a towel all the way to the bar and you hang it up, then you take your boxes off and this. But these men were fully just walking around butt naked. And I was like, what? Whoa.
And if you speak in that setting, someone is the type to turn around and say, "Oh, I liked it when men were men." Like,
yeah, facts.
This is exactly it. So,
yeah, no,
it's nuts, man.
But Undertaker also made another comment regarding today's product. He says the product has changed so much; it's kind of soft. I'll probably piss a lot of people off, but they need to hear it. It is where it is. To the young guys, it's probably he's a better old guy. I'm not bitter. I did my time. I'm good. I walked away when I wanted to walk away. I just think that the product is a little soft. There are guys here there that have an edge to them, but there's too much pretty, not enough substance now.
What does that even mean?
Yeah. Do you know, when it comes, bro, let's be honest, bro. I feel like, cool.
Old.
I can't even explain what he's trying to say.
In with that statement, I think that the blame 50% does lie with the wrestlers, and 50% it lies with the booking.
That's
like
the
booking ain't doing enough with some of these guys and stuff. I can't remember who it was. I think it was maybe Black Wrestling Alliance. In fact, I think he posted up or done some thread of like black wrestlers coming to the show looking all drippy, this, that, and the other. And I was thinking, bruv, if I scroll through these guys, with all due respect, apart from maybe Montez Ford that is featured on SmackDown a lot, we're seeing the likes of Ricochet, we're seeing the likes of Sean Dean, some other smaller wrestlers in smaller promotions. But I'm thinking, especially the man that was shown, you man need to be pushing for the stars. Not, your ceiling shouldn't be coming to work dressed best, best dressed, and sitting in the back. You see what I mean? To that degree, I get it,
books.
sort of
Special
thing.
Books.
But yeah, man, what's your priority here, bruv? I think Scorpio Sky it's a thing now. He videos Sean Dean when he comes to work, when he turns up at AEW. Oh, look how sick bro's dressed, blah blah blah. And we all do it. Oh yeah, I want to be like you when I'm older. But bruv, like you lot are working for a big company, like, and you're not on TV. Is that not an issue to you? Like,
bro, these men into deep. There's a title to chase. We're here for a reason. There's a title to chase.
Scorpio Sky should be in the main event. Title scene.
Yeah.
Like that primarily should be what he should be focusing on.
But instead he's doing crep check.
Not telling someone
he's doing crep check backstage.
This is it. So there's a degree of it I do understand and I do agree with, but then we can't pretend this, it's just the wrestlers. The booking needs to be better.
Yeah.
I agree. Hey, them topics, yeah, that was mad still. Because I'm like 40 minutes in. I still need to finish off the rest, but from what I've heard so far, I feel like Undertaker's broken his body so many times, bro. Like, it's making me feel uneasy. There's some of the operations he's had in it, but yeah, there's comments that he's made has been mad, man. Yeah, is anything else?
I think we go into Ask Wrestling.
One thing we spoke about at the top of the show, the people that their push could be halted if people come back. And just a few came to mind. Jay was just speaking about SmackDown. The likes of Kevin Owens that has spent the last 3 months, or so in the main event now. He probably doesn't get a spot at WrestleMania at this rate. The likes of Jey Uso is already kind of becoming forgotten within that whole story. So these are people that, they could pretty much lose their WrestleMania possible position with old timers coming back. But,
that's nuts, man. I just hope they don't bring back Hulk Hogan for one match. Because I know Hulk Hogan's been in the gym. Just stay in the gym. Don't stay.
So we're going to get into Ask Wrestling. This is where we get you, the people, to ask us, the Wrestling, some questions. So firstly, we've got our sis Chidera Ray. She asks... Chidera A. Don't mind me. She asks, if Charlotte wins the Royal Rumble, are we going to riot?
Not necessarily. I'm already, like I said, I say this every year. Actually, wait, I'm going to be honest. I'm invested. I'm actually invested. I want Bianca Belair to win. But if Charlotte wins, then is what it is, isn't it?
The thing is, Charlotte is going to have a WrestleMania match regardless.
Yeah.
For the title, probably regardless. So she doesn't need to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna riot at all. I mean, I'll potentially want someone else to win, but I mean, I feel like history has to repeat itself at some point soon. We have to have like some sort of back-to-back Women's Royal Rumble winner at some point. Maybe not now, but soon there'll be a Royal Rumble where Charlotte wins back-to-back, or maybe Becky Lynch. Someone's gonna do it. So I mean, do I want someone else to win? Yeah, if she wins, will I be surprised? No,
that's it. Yeah,
it's Charlotte at the end of the day. What about you, Jamie?
No, I don't even mind if Charlotte wins. I prefer she didn't, but it is what it is, man. Charge it to the game. It's Charlotte, innit? It's like John Cena winning, man. What can we do?
Hey, sorry, just touch on something quickly. I can't lie, John Cena's missed in WWE heavily, matches-wise, he's missed. I'm sorry, I was watching 2016, all the pay-per-views in 2016. The match quality, the matches he was having, the chemistry in the ring he was having with AJ and Dean Ambrose and all these other man, fam, John Cena is heavily missed in WWE. Go on to next. Huh?
Come back in the Rumble, though.
Yeah, of course. I've heard rumors.
You know why I love Cena? He walks into like these big matches as well. He walks into these pay-per-view matches. As soon as his music hits, John Cena sucks, all of that stuff, right? By the time the match is at its climax, about to finish, or the match is done, the whole arena loves John Cena.
They love him.
he's so good. Like he's proper good.
He's good, bro. He's good at what he does, man.
Yeah, no, facts. Next, we've got Chris DeCapo. Firstly, I need you guys to get onto Doughboy for giving me abuse on Saturday.
Oh yeah, hey. What
was that flipping Smack Volume 7? Yeah. This guy was chatting rubbish about a battle. He said somebody lost 2-1. I'm like, bro, he got 30'd. It was 3-0. Like,
what match are you talking about?
K-Shine and Chiller.
Oh, I fell asleep then. Was that the first match or was that the last match?
No, it was that middle.
I think I fell asleep, yeah.
What's this, rap battles?
Yeah, battle rap. Yeah. And he also asked, who are your dark horse Royal Rumble picks that could win?
I don't. Do you know? Can I say something here? I feel like Clubhouse has made you say names for the sake of it. Have you not realised that? So wait, who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble? Oh, I think Kenny Omega's going to win it. You just say names.
Kenny Omega.
Do you get what I mean? So to be honest, I don't know if there's any dark horses. To be honest, like I'm not really invested in the men's Royal Rumble. I'm ready for a surprise.
It depends what you call a dark horse, because like for me, a female dark horse would be Rhea Ripley. But I don't know if you would class her as a dark horse or not.
Yeah, I mean, with Rhea Ripley, I would only put her as a dark horse in regards to her not actually being on Raw SmackDown. But if she was on if she was on Raw SmackDown, for me, she'd definitely be one of the picks. But I definitely agree with you.
I mean, for me, I think Bayley's going to win the Rumble. I think Rhea Ripley's my second choice.
Yeah.
Because somehow, some way, we know that Charlotte is going to WrestleMania to have a women's title match. The question is she entering as champion or not?
Yeah.
And Rhea Ripley, they can obviously just do a rematch from last year.
Yeah.
So I see Rhea Ripley as a strong candidate to win the Rumble. So that could be a dark horse. As for men, I have no idea really.
One thing I do agree with, Shayna needs to get her revenge back, man. She needs that title match again, bro. She got shagged.
Yeah. With Shayna, I don't know. It just seems to be like the Shinsuke treatment where they were hot on her, and the next thing you know, she's just plateaued and she's not really done anything. So, I mean, hopefully, they can see how good she is. Maybe Vince needs to go and watch NXT and watch her whole entire run again, just to appreciate how good of a wrestler she is, because she has what it takes to be one of, a top talent there. But I mean, who knows? Maybe there's like a long game plan and we just don't see it yet. But in the same breath, it's like sometimes you don't want to see the long game plan. Sometimes you want to see someone for what they are and how good they are. You want them to
pull the trigger now. Yeah.
Exactly. So that way, even if in a year's time she's just plateauing and just in the women's tag team division, I would already know that, okay, cool, because she's had a few reigns with the title, it's not affecting her. So, what other questions did we get? We got a DM from a guy called Dera the Scorpion. Shout you out. He asked a few questions. He asked, he's asked two questions. I think one might be longer than the other. Okay, cool. Let's start off with this one. Can you review the Shield's alumni? Who had the best run in its entirety?
The best run out of all of them?
Yeah.
Roman, no? It's between Roman and Seth.
WrestleMania back to back.
It's definitely between Roman and Seth. You kind of have to say Roman because of the WrestleMania main events, maybe.
Yeah. And he beat Undertaker at WrestleMania. There's nothing we could discuss about it. It's done. Defeat Undertaker at WrestleMania.
So. I think enjoyment wise, maybe Seth.
Seth Rollins' immediate run.
I really enjoyed Roman's run as of recent, really. Like a little bit of his old run, but it's as of recent you probably enjoyed Roman's run. Whereas Seth, like 2015 Seth, he was insane.
I love that guy.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, it might be Seth. You might be right. It might be Seth.
That first run from Seth was incredible before he got injured.
Okay, so
even in the Shield, I think Seth was the quote unquote dark horse. I don't think, as much as we knew how good he was, I don't think there was times where I watched him and I thought, fam, this guy is fucked. This guy is so gone. Then obviously the Shield is split up, and that immediate run that he had with the Authority was a sick run. Yeah, that's true. And then when he's had so many different runs, even his run of the his feud with John Cena when he won the United States title when he was concurrent champion, 2 belts. When he had his match with Sting, even though Sting got injured, it was a decent match. That run he had when he returned, the redesign, rebuild, and he beat Roman Reigns, then won the title, and then lost to Dean Ambrose. Even his feud with Triple H, like he's had some sick feuds. I think with Roman, I think what I have to do is now go back and maybe watch some of the stuff when I didn't like him whatsoever. And maybe I would enjoy him a bit more. But I think, for me, I'd say I've enjoyed Seth's run a lot more than Roman's. And Dean's run was okay. I liked Dean in the Shield.
Yeah, Dean in the Shield.
More than I liked him outside of the Shield.
When Dean was in the Shield, I didn't see anyone else coming out as the star of this group apart from him. People
are not deep in that. Dean was the leader of the Shield.
Yeah, 100%.
People like to let it stay in the back of their mind, because when they started pushing Roman, I think for me, when I saw that they started pushing Roman in the Shield when he wasn't talking, I was like, you know what? This guy's got it. And then he started talking, and then I was shoving him down our throat. Pause. I was like, I said, pause, you guys can't get me. I said, pause.
Yeah, that is cool,
I said,
guys.
Pause, you can't get me. Yeah. And then when he started doing that, I was like, fam, they're sucking the enjoyment out of this. Pause, just in case.
Okay.
Just in case. Like, it's not really, I don't really enjoy this anymore. But then, I don't know, maybe I have to go back. But I think maybe Seth, his entire run from the Shield to even now has probably been my favourite.
Yeah.
Them boys have really done good for themselves, though. Regardless, like literally, they've probably been one of the shining stars of this NXT developmental that may not even really be a developmental system. But
even if we deep it, this whole year of wrestling has been the Shield.
Yeah,
This whole year, like this whole past year, has been the Shield, and it's been sick. Like I can't think of any other time that a faction has split up and they've all concurrently been on top of the world with each other. Like it doesn't. It's crazy. It's proper crazy.
The fact that they've all got since the Shield, obviously, they've all become, PWI 100 #1 male in wrestling in whatever year it was. Obviously, Moxley completed the trio this past year. It just says a lot. Like they're just doing bits wherever they are. Like
that's cool, man. And they all beat each other for the belt in one night.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever seen that within a faction.
What do you mean?
All members have won the title in the same night.
Well, Roman walked in as champion.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins pinned him, and then Dean Ambrose cashed in on Seth Rollins and pinned him.
Was that what pay-per-view was that again?
Oh, Money in the Bank.
Yes, that was sick. That was 2016,
17, something like that.
Yeah, it was sick. That was sick. I remember that.
I remember when Seth won, everyone was so happy, fam. Everyone was like, "Yeah, he's got the belt." And then Dean came out, shizzed him. So I love the Shield, man. I'm so happy that I got to see that whole period, man. Actually, just as a twist, so we all know that Chris Hero was initially meant to be in the Shield instead of Roman Reigns. How do you think they would have fared if it was Chris Hero? Do you think they would have been just as good, or?
No.
Aesthetically, I don't think he would have looked as good as it did. Obviously, Chris Hero's much taller and is a bigger man than the rest of them.
And bearing in mind, when he was going to train, this is when he was skinny. Like he was.
That's true.
He was thin, you know what I'm saying? Whereas now he's putting all the weight, but he still moves the same. Yeah. So, I mean, you're right. I think aesthetically, I don't think it would have worked.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would have tried to push Roman. I don't think they would have pushed Chris Hero the way they pushed Roman.
Yeah. Because with Roman, it's all about the look.
Yeah, no, facts. The last question we have is same from Derek the Scorpion. He asked, has Randy Orton overtaken Triple H as wrestling icon?
No.
Not in my book.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him there.
In and out of wrestling. Okay, in wrestling, no. Out of wrestling, no. Because, Triple H has lean from both. The whole NXT stuff, like, I always have to like congratulate him on that. Even in ring stuff he used to do, like him returning. I can't remember the last time. Randy Orton gone away for a long time and come back and got a mad pop? When's the last time that's happened? I feel like he's always there.
There has been some. I think there was a period where he was injured and he came back. Remember that period where he got injured? He came back and he just had the whole sleeve of tattoo. Like he had both of his arms done.
What year was that? Was that is that when?
I think it must be like 2006 or something. 2000, one of those years.
I had to go back and watch it, but I can't remember him coming back. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I do get you though. It seems like he's always there.
He's always there.
Yeah. But it's not to say he's underappreciated because he's always there.
Of course not.
He's very solid and he does what he does very well. But again, with him, he has to be a heel.
Yeah.
He doesn't do the face thing very well. It comes off kind of cheesy sometimes. Like
even when he's still heel, have you not realised that he's still got like that?
Slightly,
you can't trust him. You can't trust him.
He was a face when he faced Brock Lesnar. I think that was the last time he was a face when Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of him, made him bleed at SummerSlam. But before that, I think he was like walking around backstage, teasing to do RKOs on people, then eventually dropping them with an RKO, the crowd would pop. Like, is that a face move? Like
his whole moveset is heel. His whole moveset is just a heel moveset. Like, there's no going back. It's like Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake's moveset is a whole move. Like, how can you DDT like as a face? You can't DDT. Imagine this guy DDT as a man. You know what I mean? He yanks you, bro. It's done, fam.
Yeah. I would say that in terms of like even like culturally, what we think of what their impact has done outside of wrestling as well. Like, fam, everybody, as soon as you put water in your mouth, you spit it out. Everybody knows who it is. And in the same breath, everybody knows out of nowhere RKO in it. So, I mean, obviously, I think the Triple H is obviously culturally more relevant than Randy Orton. But I mean, Randy Orton's up there. I wouldn't, but he's not over Triple H.
Yeah, no.
He's slightly under there, but he's not. Yeah, they're not in the same playing field. But
they're not.
Yeah.
No.
I think that is it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Man. Before we go, I just want to say special thanks to everyone that came on to Clubhouse that day. We had a discussion about who's going to win this year's Royal Rumble. People like Josiah Williams came inside, and I was bare baffled. I was like, raw.
So baffled. I was so confused when I saw him.
Yeah, big up everyone that came in, discussed it, and gave their own opinions and stuff. Big up everyone that's subscribing to all of our channels, man. WrestleManiac UK, WRESTHINGS, something about wrestling. Everyone that's listening to that. Who else is there that's got a platform? I think Sapine needs to get back on it, man.
Yeah, Sapine needs to get back onto his thing, man.
On it, man. Honestly.
Yeah, big up everyone, man. Oh, even before we close out, there was something that we forgot to do last episode, which was very, very rude of us.
What was it?
So every year when we start the podcast, we do predictions for the year. We didn't do it last week.
We didn't do one.
We have to do that this week. We have to do it today.
Let's do it today. Go on.
Mandem, what are your predictions for this year? Two
like
predictions. Anything. 2 predictions.
So
I remember the first podcast we ever done, and I predicted that Jay White's going to win the World Heavyweight title, and 6 months down the line, he won it. So yeah, 2 predictions from everyone, or even 3, whatever.
Kenny Omega is going to get stabbed in the back by Don Callis, and he's going to bring in someone else to replace him. I don't know who he's going to be. He's going to, when they shake someone, but they bring someone in to replace him. That's going to happen. Lastly. Brock's never come back to WWE. That's my prediction. He's never come. He's done. He's not.
You don't think so?
You don't think?
Come back to WWE.
I think he's gonna win the Royal Rumble.
Good luck. Best of luck. He's not come back to WWE. The bridge is burnt. The bridge is done. The bridge is burnt.
You think?
No one's ever done something like what he's done, bro. Bro, he went behind WWE's back and put his face in the game. Do you know
UFC?
Do you know you have to do the scan? He went to the scanning. He went to the appointment. They scanned his face. Deep it.
What, for UFC?
Yeah, bro.
I'm sure within his contract he had some sort of like clause where he can, because obviously when he was with WWE, he was still doing fights with UFC.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But he's not come back. He's done.
Fair enough.
I think Bianca Belair wins women's championship. That can happen sometime 2021. As for a second one, I think we're going to see a return. I don't know who, from someone that's been off long-term injury, that never going to wrestle again. The likes of what's this man? Natalia's husband that's been training.
Oh, Tyson Kidd.
Jason Jordan. There's a couple people, Samoa Joe. Yeah, I think his concussions and stuff. Paige as well. Like
CM Punk.
Well, he's not injured. He can get back in the ring if he wants. You know what? He's changed his tone a couple of times. Now he's talking about if the money's right, it will come back. And obviously, WWE just copped one bill. So
he's coming back.
you never know. You never know. But I think, someone of that kind of ilk that's been long-term injury, should have retired, never to come back again. We're going to see them jump back in the game this year.
I think for me, I was obviously going to say that Buddy Murphy is going to win the mid-card title, but I think that's obvious. So my predictions are...
Myself, and that's obvious.
That's obvious. He has to.
On TV right now.
Okay.
I don't think it's obvious still.
You don't think it's obvious?
He's been missing for months.
Yeah.
Okay, forget that then. That's not my prediction. Okay, cool. One, AEW's women division is going to continue to wallow. My division is going to continue to wallow. I don't know what's going to save the division, but good luck. You're pissed.
That's obvious, though, man. That's obvious.
Fine, let me have this one, man. You really shut down my first prediction. No, you never know, because they've got influx of talent on AEW Dark, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't see what they could do.
Impact may save them. Impact's division
that's the only
may
thing
save
I can
them.
see. Yeah. So I've been seeing teasers from like Natasha Steele and Kira Hogan poking at Ivelisse and Diamante about this is what you actually win in the tournament. You don't win no stupid medal. So I mean that'll be a good promo. Yeah. And Kira Hogan and Diamante, they're in a relationship with each other. So
yeah.
So I think that'll be sick.
In the real life.
Yeah, in the real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy.
Is it only me? Is Jamie's camera frozen?
He's frozen on mine.
It's frozen, yeah.
Looking like
Me,
a
I'm not frozen.
JPEG.
You've been frozen for a minute still.
He's looking like
I thought it was just on mine though.
I thought it was just mine.
Even though mine's frozen. I had to keep the show rolling, fam. I didn't want to stop the show.
Hey, man's just chilling.
We
And the second one, I think Santos Escobar might win NXT title this year.
Yeah, of course. That
would be brilliant.
I think he might win it because I was going to initially say Jordan Devlin might beat Walter, but I don't know. I don't know how WBR is still feeling with.
Bro, Walter's
I can't even believe that.
Walter's not losing that title.
I can't even believe that.
Walter has to lose.
He has to lose.
Maybe Rampage.
Rampage, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Rampage. Okay, cool. But he's not.
And if it's not Rampage, then yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
For me, if it's not Jordan Devlin or Rampage, I mean, my prediction would have been NXT UK continues to wallow.
He's been wallowing for time. I can't watch it no more.
I've been because I'm not gonna lie, Mex has been inspiring because I see him do his live stream all the time and talks about it. So it's like I kind of have to. So even when we're speaking about Kaylee Ray, fam, I was not invested in her as a champ.
Yeah,
but from that watching the previous NXT UK, it's not like we don't know this. NXT UK have talent. It's just that there's no star power. It's like AEW Dark. It's literally just a few wrestlers from here just wrestling anybody, and it's like it's
been champ for like 2 years.
You've
been champ for like 2 years now, isn't it?
Water, yeah.
Kaylee Ray.
Kaylee Ray.
Yeah.
She's I think she's done about 500 something days.
Yeah,
as champion.
Like high 500s. That's like nearly 2 years.
Sometimes for me, it's kind of like, is it that it's not because for me, it's like it's not that the wrestlers aren't good. It's just that there's no stars. That's literally it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why they're keeping the titles. So
sometimes you tune into NXT UK. There's no Kaylee Ray on the show. There's no Walter in the show. There's no Tyler Bate on the show. There's no Devlin. Obviously, Devlin's just come back recently. So it's just like, you're definitely still going to get good matches, but it's like that last push to make you want to watch it. Who's going to turn up?
Exactly. It's not there.
Yeah, it's not there.
Jamie, talk to us, bro. I feel like I'm
the camera.
The camera. Fix your camera, man. If I gulag you, what's wrong with you? What do you mean? Hey, you're frozen.
My camera looks calm. How is it frozen?
Ours is frozen.
We just see a still picture of you and Cody Rhodes.
And your eyes are shut.
This has to be the thumbnail. Big man.
I was making a thumbnail.
This has to be the thumbnail.
Is it still frozen?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. You've been frozen for time, but I didn't say anything because I thought it was just my side. Turn off your camera, turn it back on, and yeah, you can speak while you're doing that as well.
Okay, so I'd say my predictions, yeah. I'm going with Daniel Bryan. Yes, I'm going with Daniel Bryan to win the Rumble. Yeah, just outright win it. Outright.
The thing is still
frozen.
Yeah, it's just like a grey screen, bro.
I can just see a black screen.
I can just see a black screen.
My one's grey. Where you gone?
I'd say in terms of AEW.
Oh, JB, make me laugh.
I'd say Cody Rhodes wins the world title.
Cody Rhodes.
He can win the title now.
Can't win the title, bro.
He can't win it out.
Nah, they go back on their word, innit? He wins the world title.
He said in an interview like a few months ago, even though he changed his name, he's sticking to the stipulation that he can never win the title.
Yeah.
That's stupid, man.
He's not going to win it.
That's so dumb.
No,
I mean, I do slightly think it's dumb, but I mean...
At the same time, though, he is slightly above the title.
Yeah.
True.
From time man comes in and the whole thing raises. He's got his own mad pyro.
Real Triple H in the thing, bro.
Cody's bigger than AEW, man.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Let
us know your predictions, guys. If you guys got any predictions there. Any shout outs, guys, you want to give? Shout out Mex. Shout out Jamie. Shout out everyone, man. Everyone that keeps. Shout out Gigi, man. Shout out Gigi, of course. Gareth never misses. Shout out everyone, man. Justin, yeah. Deborah, Jamari, DJ Nasty, Gabe,
Ashley, Gabe,
quite,
Clubhouse man, them.
Boss man,
Clubhouse Mandem, fam.
Boss man, yeah.
Black Wrestling Alliance, Ray Johnson. Shout out my mum and dad.
Trust me,
everyone, fam.
But yeah, man. Episode 52 of the Wrestling's podcast. Jamie is not back yet, but when he does come back, we'll send, we'll send him our love on the next episode, innit? Yeah. Big up everyone, man.
Appreciate you, Mex.
Appreciate you for coming through, man. Honestly.
No problem. Anytime.
And Jamie as well. Yeah, but yeah. Cool. Episode 52 of Wrestling Podcast. Like, subscribe, comment, stream, follow, everything, all that jazz. Follow WrestleManiac UK as well on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. What else is there we can plug?
Follow our clubhouses.
Clubhouse, follow us on Clubhouse.
Daily Wrestling Talk and WRESTHINGS. Those are our clubs. Follow them. We talk every now and then. If you guys want to start your own room, that's what Daily Wrestling Talk is for. Start your room there. WRESTHINGS is just for strictly the UK mandem to start. Daily Wrestling Talk, you man do that. But when it's the UK mandem, we do WRESTHINGS in it. So yeah, man. Big up everyone. Yeah, WRESTHINGS by the mandem, for the mandem. Bow, pussy-os.